Hello.
Hi.
We have come up with some things that we want you guys to work on for vaulting at home. We want you to do some tree falls. So if you have a mattress, well, I hope you have a mattress, but if you have a mattress or a couch accessible, you can work on your tree falls. You're going to keep your arms by your side, keep your core really tight and your butt squeezing, and fall back. That was really good, Amber. Don't be old like Coach Amber. All right, Coach Amber, can you show us one where you stick your butt out first and your butt hits the mat? That would be what we don't want to do. So if you can, use a mirror or videotape yourself and look back on the video and make sure that you're staying straight the entire time that you fall, like this. Good. If you need a challenge, Coach Kaylin, do you want to show us a tree fall with arms by your ears? If you are super good at your tree falls and holding a nice tight body, then you're going to put your arms up by your ears and do your tree fall like this. And you really want your hands to hit at the same time that your butt hits. That is the goal. We also want you guys to be working on your sprinting so that you can run super fast for your stretch, jump, kick, handstand, flat back for exhibition. Get outside or find a large place in your house. And the thing about gymnastics vault sprinting is that you want to speed up the whole time. So Coach Kaylin's gonna go down there at the end of the vault runway and she's gonna show you slow, medium, fast. And then she's just gonna run off to the side of the springboard because you guys don't have springboards. But you're just gonna practice your sprinting. You're gonna start slow, then you're gonna go medium, then extra fast at the end. Ready, set, go. Slow, medium, fast. So you want to increase your speed as you come to the springboard, and you definitely don't want to slow down because that's going to kill all of your power. If you have any carpet in your house, we recommend that you do this onto carpet. Find a higher surface. Make sure that it is below the level of your hip. We don't want to go, from way too high because that could hurt. But we're going to work on our safety landings also for vault. So you're going to stand up on a surface, put your arms out in front of you, jump, and safety landing position. You're going to keep both of your knees bent and they're going to be shoulder distance apart. So make sure your knees aren't touching. Show us knees touching with feet out. You don't want to do that because that's going to put a lot of unnecessary pressure on your knees. So you're going to make sure your knees are shoulder width. We also want you guys to try 2 different kinds of skips to help us with our hurdle. These are skips with arm circles. So notice her arms are going backwards and swooping back up and around as she's lifting her leg. Try to keep your timing really consistent. It's very difficult. The next thing we want you to try with skipping is to do skips with running arms. Perfect.
For your exhibition vault, you'll salute, step onto the vault runway, run all the way down, jump on the springboard, stretch jump, land on the mat, step back to the front of the mat, kick handstand, flat back, sit up and salute at the audience. You'll get to do 2 vaults, so walk back slowly and catch your breath. Second vault. For your exhibition bar routine, you can either jump to front support or walk into a pullover, cast, back hip circle, and cast off. Say hello to Captain. Hi, Captain. Say hi to everybody.
So we're going to be working on the shape that we do a back hip circle in, which is called a hollow shape. It makes you look like a little banana. So what we want you to do is practice levitating. Practice your hollow shape. So you're going to get into this position first. Then you're going to put one leg out in front of you. You're going to switch. And then you're going to try to hold both legs up. You can pause the video right here and try to hold each position for 20 seconds. A pool noodle or a PVC pipe or anything of this shape at home, you can use this to help you with your bar shaping. So Coach Amber is gonna grab the pool noodle. She's gonna get into her hollow position, and she's going to get in that shape that we go around the bar in for a back hip circle. You guys can pause it right here and try to hold for 30 seconds. What you don't want to do is bend your knees and arch your back. You want your back pressed into the ground and your legs straight. To practice the cast shape right before your back hip circle, we want you to find something about the height of this spotting block and put your hands on it and try to get into a cast shape. So you're going to hold your body really tight, keep pressure through your arms, and if you are really good at this, you can lean your shoulders forwards, pretend you're leaning over the bar, and then come back to that same position. And then lean your shoulders forwards again and come back to that position. Try to do that as many times as you can before your muscles get too tired. You're gonna really be squeezing your core at this point. Where's your core, Coach Amber? You're gonna really squeeze your core.
Alright guys, now we're going to show you something that you can do if you have a bar at home or maybe monkey bars at home. Coach Victoria is going to show you a chin hang, holding our chin above the bar with a really tight body. Something else that you could do is chin lower downs, where you start at the top of the bar and lower down slowly and controlled.
Pause your video right here, get a piece of tape, and make a tape line balance beam on your floor. Unpause the video when you're ready to follow along. Jump to front support, legs swing over, toes up behind, chest up, stand up. Step, together, plie, tuck jump, finish. Step, lock, pivot, pivot. Finish. Lunge, lever, lunge, finish. Walk to the end of the balance beam, straddle jump, stick, salute. Say hello. Hello.
Miss Kaylin is going to go ahead and go through your balance beam routine for exhibition show. We're going to talk about some of the common mistakes that can be made. So as you're doing this at home on a tape line, be sure that you are not making some of these mistakes. When you stand up for your mount, since obviously you probably don't have a high balance beam at home, on the tape line you're just going to get down into your squat position, and you want to make sure that your bottom is touching your heels. So go ahead and check right now and see, is your bottom touching your heels? Miss Kaylin, can you show them how they would do it incorrectly, where their bottom is kind of up in the air and they're leaning over? Yeah, this is a really hard position to balance in. So you want to put your bottom on your heels. Then as you stand up for your mount, you're going to lift your chest up first and then stand up. You do not want to put your butt up in the air first and then drag your chest up. So chest up first and then stand up. Go ahead, pause the video right now and try to stand up from that squatting position correctly 10 times. Be sure that when you're practicing your tuck jump, your arms are in the correct position. You don't want to swing your arms down in front of you because that's going to drop your chest. So put your arms by your side, plie, which means bend, and tuck jump, arms straight out in front of you. Try to land, check your feet, make sure that your feet are one foot slightly in front of the other, staggered and fitting into each other like a puzzle piece. Miss Kaylin's going to show us one more tuck jump, arms by her side. She's going to plie. She's going to tuck jump and land back onto the line and then finish. Go ahead, pause the video, try it 10 times. See if you can do it 10 times in a row without wobbling. The next element of your routine is the pivot. This is really difficult. Make sure that you are reaching up super high when you go to do your pivot. You can put whichever foot out in front you would like to, but usually we use our silly foot out in front. So you're going to put your foot out in front, you're going to turn towards the back leg. You will get caught up if you turn the wrong direction. Since you guys are beginner too, you should know how to turn the correct direction by now, so make sure that you're doing so. If your left leg is behind, turn to the left. If your right leg is behind, turn to the right. When you do a pivot, you have to stay on releve the entire time. Coach Kaylin, can you show them a pivot on releve the whole time? And then drop and finish. A little trick to help you not to wobble is to put all of your weight on your back foot as you do your pivot turn, and just use the front foot as a balancing stick. Turn. Weight goes to your back foot. Just use the front foot to balance and turn. Pause the video. See how many you can do in a row without wobbling. When you are practicing your lever on your taped balance beam, make sure you have a straight line from your heel to your hands, and you need to look like a seesaw. Seesaw all the way down to your tape line and back up and finish. If you have a sibling or a parent that can watch you and make sure you look like a seesaw, try to do 5 of them looking like a seesaw and keeping your base leg straight. That's going to require a lot of hamstring flexibility. Coach Ken, where's your hamstring? The hamstring of your base leg needs to be really flexible in order to do a proper lever. To practice your balance beam dismount, find a surface that is no higher than your hip. We don't want to be jumping from way too high, and make sure you're jumping onto a carpeted area or somewhere soft so you can stand up just a little bit higher, and you're going to work on your straddle jump to a safety landing. Make sure your arms are in the right spot in your straddle jump, either up or out in front of you, and then you're going to do your safety landing. Leave a little bit of space in between your feet and your knees, hands out in front. Challenge yourself to see how many you can stick in a row. When you stick it, that means that your feet don't move at all once they hit the floor. Coach Amber's going to show us a perfect stick. Awesome. Lastly, to work on our levers, take your pillowcase or your rug and fold it up, put it down on your tape line, and get into your lunge position with your happy foot in front. Remember how to figure out our happy foot. We stand like this, lean, fall. Happy foot lands out in front. Arms up by our ears. We're going to try to reach over the puddle. Do not touch the puddle. And come back up to the balance beam in a lunge position. Front leg bent, back leg straight. Try it 10 times.
Pause the video right here and pick out your favorite song that you would like to use for your exhibition floor routine. When you've got that song pulled up, unpause the video and get ready to follow along. Forward roll, or backward roll, finish. Half turn, finish. Chassé leap, step leg swing hop, finish. Step kick, cartwheel, finish.
To practice your forward roll for your floor routine, something that you can work on at home is a candlestick roll up. So if we're first going to just try a candlestick and then pushing through our legs and standing up. Go ahead, pause the video. Let's practice 10 of those to work on our leg strength. Next, you can do a candlestick forward roll. Make sure you're on a soft surface. Candlestick, push through your legs, forward roll, and stand up. Ideally, you want to have your legs together as you do this entire tumbling pass. Candlestick, legs together, roll up, forward roll. Pause the video and try that 5 times. See if you can keep your legs together by putting a stuffed animal in between your knees. If you are allowed to draw on yourself, we recommend using an expo marker because they come off super easily. Stand with your feet together, fall forwards, and catch yourself. Whichever foot you use to catch yourself is probably your dominant foot. So I want you to go onto your dominant foot and you're going to draw a smiley face because that is your happy foot. You guys are going to put your happy foot out in front to practice your half turn in a lunge position. and you're going to bend your happy arm. So if your happy foot is your right foot, you're going to bend your right arm. When you do your half turn, you're going to go in the direction of the arm that is bent. So what that means is that if your arm is bent this way, that's your arrow pointing this way, and you're going to turn to the right if you're a righty. When you do your half turn, you make sure you go up high on releve. Releve means on tippy toes. High on releve, and then step out and finish. To practice our cartwheels and our handstands and our levers, we're going to get into a lunge position in front of something that is about as high as this spotting block. What we're going to do is lift up our back leg as our arms go down to touch it. So you want to look like a seesaw. You don't want to have any bend in your body. Can you show us one that has a bend in their body? So if they put their arms down first and then they pick up their leg. Yeah, we want to make sure that we have a straight line between our hands and our heel. Go ahead and do one more. Also notice that Miss Kaylin's base leg, which is the leg that stays on the ground the whole time, is staying straight as she goes through the levering position until she comes back to that lunge. So it's straight, and then she comes back to the lunge and bends it. You're going to do this on both legs because when you do a cartwheel, the way that you land your cartwheel is in a lunge on your silly foot. So let's do that lever. So this is coming back up. Whoops. See, that one's a little bit more difficult. But this is coming back up out of the cartwheel. You're going to be on your silly foot. It is a lot harder to keep the base leg straight on this one because usually our hamstrings, the muscle that goes behind our kneecap, is a little bit less flexible on our silly leg. So really work hard to keep that leg straight until you get back into that lunge position and keep your body straight. Let's try to do 10 on each leg. If you have a pretty good cartwheel and you are not landing on your head at the gym, you can go ahead and practice your cartwheel at home. Take your piece of tape, put it onto the floor. Make sure it's a soft floor. Don't do this on any hardwood surface, maybe a carpet or if you have a mat. And what you're going to try to do is aim yourself so that when you practice your cartwheel, you're going to land with your silly foot in front of the line and your happy foot behind the line. So you're going to try to gauge how far your cartwheel is going to go. Put yourself into your lunge position. Your hands are going to go the correct direction. So if you're a righty, your hands are going to aim to the right. If you're a lefty, your hands are going to aim to the left. Cartwheel. Land one foot in front and one foot behind. I'm going to try it one more time for you guys. Starting your lunge. Cartwheel. One foot in front, one foot behind. Back to the lunge. When you land, look down and make sure that your silly foot is in front of the line and your happy foot is behind the line and you're still in your nice pretty lunge position.
Alright guys, Coach Victoria is going to show us a big kid leap with her non-slip bath mat. Make sure that it's not slip, just in case you accidentally land on it. She's going over the puddle and finish. Now she's going to show you what you can do to practice so that one day your leap can get really big like the one that she just did. You're going to take your silly foot and leap over, landing on your happy foot. Silly foot, leap, happy foot over the puddle. And then you're going to take a few steps into it. Good foot, bad foot, leap onto your happy foot, finish.
If you have some sidewalk chalk, your challenge is to videotape your chassé leap to leg swing hop and send it to us. What we want you to do is draw a little puddle on the ground to leap over. Sidewalk chalk at home. You can do this outside to practice your chassé leap to leg swing hop. We have drawn a puddle and 2 lily pads. So go ahead, pause the video right now and try to draw a puddle with a lily pad right after it, a little space, and then another lily pad. We are going to chasse before the puddle, land on the lily pad, not in the puddle. That's what not to do. Coach Amber's gonna try again. Chasse, leap over the puddle, land on the lily pad, and leg swing hop inside the second lily pad. If you guys are really awesome at that, go ahead and get your parents to videotape it and send it to us. Chasse, leap, leg swing hop.